Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so for this part of the video, okay, we'll be going through your homeworks for pyramids. Okay, so I assigned 5 questions, 7, 8, 13, 14, and 18. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so before we start, just also a quick recap. Okay, so the main two things that you learned under pyramids would be the volume and the surface area. Okay, with volume being 1/3 base area times height, and the surface area is just simply the base area plus the sum of all the lateral faces. Okay, so this one you just have to calculate accordingly. Of course, one of the most frequently used concept that was from the previous chapter will be your Pythagoras theorem. So along the way, you need to have the ability to identify relevant or suitable right angle triangles, okay, so that you can find out some of the lengths that you might need to know. Okay, so let's begin. Question 7. Okay, we have over here a pyramid V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, so this is a right pyramid, okay, with a rectangular base. So right pyramid means that the vertex is directly above the center of the base. Okay, and it has rectangular base. Okay, our side is 22 cm by 18 cm. They tell that the height is 23 cm. Ask you to find the volume. Okay, so volume, okay, I say is 1/3 base area times height. Okay, in this case, the height is 23. Base area of rectangle will be just 22 times 18. So this is one of the pretty straightforward and easy question. So 1/3, okay, base area 22 times 18. Okay, height is 23. Okay, you should be able to get 3036 cm cube. Okay, so make sure you have the correct units. Okay, this is volume, so it's cm cube, not cm square, not cm. Okay, next we have our surface area. Okay, so surface area in this case, of course, the base area will just be 22 times 18. Okay, your rectangular area. Then we will have our lateral surfaces. Okay, so there will be 4 lateral faces. Okay, but take note, these four lateral faces are not exactly the same. Okay, because it's a rectangular base, this means that this side is 22, this side is 18. Okay, so the triangle on this side and the triangle on the other side, okay, will not be the same. Okay, so the triangle but the triangle on the front side and the back side will be the same. Okay, because both have the base of 22, and the triangle on the left and the triangle on the right will be the same with a base of 18. Okay, so in this case, to break down the question, you need to also find the area for the triangle from the front and the back, okay, and the area of triangle from the left and the right. And how do we find this area of the triangle? So since primary school you have learned area of triangle is half times base times height. Okay, so in this case, if you look at this triangle over here, let's say you look at VWX. Okay, VWX, half times base times height. Okay, my base will be 22. My height, okay, over here will be the slant height along this surface of VWX. Okay, so it will be a slant height. But this slant height will be something that I won't know. Okay, so this slant height, okay, then how do we find this slant height? Okay, we can find by applying Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so let's take a look over here whether they provide any pictures or images. Okay, nope, seems like they didn't really draw it out. Okay, so maybe let me draw it out for you. Give me a moment. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Okay, so over here, so the first one I was talking about, maybe I use some color. Okay, I use a blue color first. So initially I was just talking about VWX. Okay, so I will need to find what is this height over here. So to find this height, you will need to make use of a right angle triangle, which is VN to here and back to here. So you look from the side view, it will look something like this. Right angle triangle where V is directly above N. Okay, and over here, let's call this A. Okay, so this will be my A. Okay, so Vn I know that is 23. Okay, Na, so what is Na? Okay, Na will be half of Yx. Okay, because this is the right pyramid, means V is directly above the center. Okay, means if Yx is 18, then N over to A will just be 9. Okay, so you can imagine your VNA will be a right angled triangle, and with that you're able to find your VA, the slant height over here, and with that slant height, half times 22 times that slant height will give you the area of VWX. Okay, so this is for you to find the triangle for the front and the back. Okay, for the left and the right, okay, let me now oh no, okay, is there any way to do this? No, wrong one. Okay. Okay, so if we look at the other side, you want to find the left and the right surface. Okay, so you can imagine, let's say we look at this side over here. Okay, ZW. Okay, so same thing, we need to find what is the area here. So half times base times height. The base WZ is 18. Okay, we know that this is 18, this will be 18. Okay, I need to find the slant height over here. So this slant height over here makes use of also a right angle triangle. Okay, so over here, if I draw it out, let's call this, this one I call this A, so this call this B. Okay, so this will be B, this will be my N, this will be my V. Okay, and this will be right angle 23, and this part, if this is 22, Bn will just be half of it, it will be 11. Okay, so if you know that this 23, this 11, okay, you can same thing, apply Pythagoras theorem to find the hypotenuse, which is your VB. And once you know your VB, half times base times height, so half times 18 times this slant height, okay, you get this area. Then all you need to do is just times 2 to get the area on both sides. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now let's go on to see the answers as prepared by them. Okay, so they start off by saying, draw VP perpendicular to XY such that VP is the slant height from V to XY. So now they are looking at, oh, XY is this side. Okay, so they are doing the left right first. So they say VP, so to this side. So this is just like just now we do the VB. Okay, so they are looking at this right angle triangle. Then there will be 23, with here will be 11. Okay, so 23 and 11, I want to find the slant height on this side. Okay, so yeah, so MP will be half of WX, which is 11. Then you apply a Pythagoras theorem. Okay, make sure you indicate that it's by Pythagoras theorem. Your hypotenuse square will just be 23 square plus 11 square. So to find a hypotenuse, okay, it will be square root of the sum of this. Okay, key thing to take note over here. Like I said, always the textbook question over here did not write a plus minus. While you are doing this, make sure you write VP equals to plus minus square root of 650. Okay, because you are taking a square root, okay, there's always a plus and minus. Then you must write equals to bracket reject negative, so and so. Okay, so to reject away the negative component. Okay. In this case, they did not solve this first because the question did not exactly ask you to find VP. Okay, but you just need this as an intermediate step for a subsequent calculation. So technically, if you don't solve this first, it is also possible, okay, because this is to not have any rounding off issues, okay, later. Okay, then the next part, okay, then they say to find the area of the lateral surface. So meaning is the right face, okay, your VXY, so half times base, which is 18, height is square root of 650, so half times 18 times square root of 650, you get this. So same thing, they still continue to maintain the square root, okay, to not round off too early, okay, only until the last step. Okay, next they do the same thing, okay, but now they do the front and back surface. So just now when I explain to you guys, I do front and back first, then I do left and right. Okay, but in this case, the answer, they do left and right first, then they do front and back. Okay, both are perfectly acceptable. Okay, So to find the front surface, I have VWX. Okay, I want to find the slant height over here. Okay, then I can take half times base of 22 times the slant height. Okay, so the slant height using Pythagoras theorem, it will be 23 square and 9 square. Okay, because 9 is half of 18. Okay, so let's come over here. Okay, so NQ will be half of 18, so it's about 9 cm. So VQ is equals to VN plus NQ square, okay, which is 23 square plus 9 square, can have square root of 610 cm. So area of lateral face, same thing, you take half times base of 22 times the height of square root of 610, okay, you get about 11 square root of 610. So now you're ready to put everything together. Okay, basically the final area will be your base, which is 22 times 18 plus 2 of each triangle. So it will be 2 times of this and also 2 times of this. So let's take a look. Base area plus total area of lateral surfaces. So base area rectangle 22 times 18. Lateral surfaces, okay, so one of them is 9 square root of 650, so you 2 times of it. Then the other one is 11 square root of 610, so you also 2 times of it. Okay, then in this case you have about 1400 cm square, correct to 3SF. Okay, so in this case, you need to correct to 3SF because when you take a square root, okay, unless it's a perfect square, okay, otherwise you'll not get a nice number. And when you not get a nice number, you need to do some rounding off. Okay, you will usually correct to 3SF. So take note during this kind of rounding off, okay, if your answer is, let's say, 4 significant figures, 5 significant figures on its own, meaning you haven't round off, is exactly 5 digits or 4 digits, okay, then you can record down the whole thing, okay, without rounding off, okay, to preserve the full value. Okay. Okay, so that's question 7. Okay, I go a bit slower on that first question, okay, just to get you to warm up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to move slightly faster. Okay, move to question 8. So over here, same thing, a right rectangular pyramid. Okay, so they tell that now my slant edge is 26. Okay, they give you 20, 26. Okay, I'll ask you to find total surface area. So in this case, my triangle, okay, I still need to find the slant height. Okay, the slant edge is like the hypotenuse to this. Okay, I think seems like here they got draw a diagram. Yes, very good. Okay, so this is the diagram that I was looking for. Okay, so if you look at the side surface, okay, the side surface have a slant edge of 26, a base of 20, so it looks something like this: VQR 20, 26. Okay, and VPQ is also same thing, 26, 26, so it will be like this. Oh, seems like it's an equilateral triangle. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, so they ask you to find the total surface area. So there will be base, which is 26 times 20. Okay, plus 2 of the front and back triangles, which is this, and 2 of the left and right triangle, which is this. Okay, so in this case, the triangle, okay, how do I find the area? I need half times base times height, but I don't know the height for both cases. I don't know VA, I don't know VB, but am I able to find? Okay, the answer is yes. I know the hypotenuse, I know this base, I can find this height. Okay, so over here, okay, they want to find what is VA. They start off with finding what is your AR, which is half of 20. So this is 10, this is 26, so it's just 26 square minus 10 square. Okay, so you sub in hypotenuse 26 square, the other two sides square. Okay, so rearrange, bring this over, VA square will just be 26 square minus 10 square. Okay, then you take a square root, you'll get 24 cm. Take note again, as usual, when you apply Pythagoras theorem, must write down by Pythagoras theorem, because this statement doesn't come out of nowhere. It is based on Pythagoras theorem. Here you need to have plus minus also when you're taking square root, and to reject your negative value. Then you'll repeat the whole thing again. Okay, so no, you find the area first. So you know that this is 24, this is 20, so it'll be half times 20 times 24. Okay, you should get about 240. So once you find this VQR is the side triangles, the left and right. Then you need to find the front and back, apply the exact same thing. Okay, so you know that this is 13. So this is 13, you know this is 13, this is 26. You can try to find what is VB, okay, using 26 and 13. So VB will just be simply square root of 507 cm. Okay. Take note to do your plus minus and to reject the negative. Okay, and to find the area, half times base times height. Okay, now you know that the base is 26, the height now you know is square root of 507, is substitute in. Okay, so they are trying to preserve the value before rounding up again. So the total surface area will be the base area, okay, plus 2 times the area, the triangle at the front, and 2 times triangle at the back. Okay, so base area 26 times 20, area in front, area behind. I mean area front, back, area left, right. Okay. And correct to 3SF about 1590. Okay, in this case, once you have found the surface area, they ask you to find the volume. Okay, so this question is a bit unique in the sense that, okay, usually volume will come first, is the simpler one. But in this case, they turn it around, okay, do the surface area first since it's slightly more convenient. Okay, you will start to see why in this case the volume is slightly harder. Okay, so 1/3 base area times height. Base area, I already know 26 and 20. Height is my unknown. Okay, how do I find the height? Okay, in the previous question, we find the height. Okay, maybe let me do the same thing again. So in the previous question, okay, when we try to find the height, or more of the height was related to the slant heights. Okay, so we can still apply this, okay, to help us find the height. Okay, because I know, for example, this is 13. I know the slant height from the previous questions. Then I can find what is my vertical height. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so exactly I draw the same thing. So this is just half of the full base. Okay, full base 26 divided by 2 is 13. Apply a Pythagoras theorem. Okay, you know that this is 13, this is 24. You can find what is Vn. Okay, so you just substitute in. Hypotenuse is 24, one of the base is 13. Okay, so 24 square minus 13, that's your Vn square. Same thing, remember to write by Pythagoras theorem, do your plus minus. Okay, you reject your negative. Okay, so now you know the height is square root of 407. Volume of pyramid 1/3 base area times height. Okay, base area is 20 by 26. Sorry, 20 by 26. Okay, so base area 20 and 26. Okay, height square root of 407. Key into calculator, should get about 3,500 cm3. Okay, so far I think the questions are pretty straightforward, just that it's a bit more tedious. Okay, that's where I need to practice a bit more, okay, to get used to it, okay, and get faster. You move on to the third question, question 13. Okay, over here, this is a structure that you see in Paris. Okay, it's a height of 20.6 meters, a square base of side 35. So this is a square pyramid. Okay, so find the volume. So volume 1/3 base area, 1/3 times 35 times 35 times height of 20.6. Okay. Okay, once you have found this volume, assume that the structure was constructed entirely with glass segments. Find the total area of the glass that's required to cover the whole thing. Okay, so in this case, basically to find the surface area of the lateral faces, and they say, yeah, just to cover the lateral face, so you don't need to include the base. Okay, so to find lateral face, same thing, we need to break this down into triangles and try to find what heights we need. So far, seems like only the vertical height of 20.6. Yeah, okay, so it is 20.6. Okay, you can find what is, okay, maybe I'll draw it out. Okay, so you can imagine to the center, to the side. Okay, with this as a right angle. So I know that this is 20.6. I know that this base is 35/2. Using Pythagoras theorem, I can find my slant height. Once you know the slant height, you know that the base is 35, half times base times slant height. Okay, then you can find the area of the triangles. Yep. Okay, exactly what I've just drawn. Okay, just that this time is slightly easier since it's a square base. Square base means that all your lateral faces are the same. Okay. Okay, so yeah, VP perpendicular to BC. I think here there's a typo. So yep, just now I said here will be half of 35, 17.5. So your MP is 17.5. This is 20.6. Same thing, Pythagoras theorem. Okay, VP square will just be VN square plus MP square. Okay, same thing, state Pythagoras theorem. Square root, make sure you do plus minus. Okay. Usually we correct to 3SF. Okay, over here I think they want to use the values again, so they give a bit more SF, but if you do that, do it to 5SF. If possible to use the original value, that will be the best. So once you have found the VP, which is this, okay, you can start to just find the area of the triangle and just times 4. So your triangle will be half times VP times RC, which is 35. Okay, so it's pretty fast. So 4 times half times 35 times this. Okay, key into calculator, you get your answer. Take note, this is area, so it's in square, and this is not centimeters, this is meters. Okay. Okay, 2 more questions to go. Okay, next I have question 14. Okay, a solid metal rectangular pyramid has a base that measures 16 by 25. The solid is melted and recast in a solid square pyramid of the same height. Find the length of the side of the square base of the pyramid. So in this case, from here, the important understanding to get is that when a solid is melted and recasted, okay, key thing to get from here, volume is the same. So this means that the volume of the rectangular pyramid and the volume of the square pyramid are both the same. So you can take 1/3 base area of this times height of this equals to 1/3 base area of this times height of this. They tell you also that the height is the same. So in that case, this would mean that the base area of the rectangular pyramid must be the same as the base area of the square pyramid. Okay, maybe let me write some stuff, okay, to let you all better understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the volume is the same. Okay, maybe you know what, so 1/3 times 16 times 25 times height equals to 1/3 the length square. Okay, this is a square times height. So I'm trying to say that, okay, since the volume are equal, I can cancel 1/3 on both sides, I can cancel h on both sides. So actually basically they share the same base area. Okay, so L square will be equals to 16 times 25. Okay, this is, oh yeah, this is actually what I just written. So 1/3 L, what they use y instead of L, y squared times height, 1/3 16 times 25 times height. Okay, so if you key that into your calculator, you get y squared equals to 400. Okay, after cancelling away the 1/3 and the h. Okay, so you just do a square root. Take note always when you're taking square root to include plus, minus, and reject the negative. Okay. Okay, so when you recast, the square pyramid have a base of 20 cm. Okay, so this is quite a simple question, but still some new concepts to be brought over. Okay, now we move on to our last question, question 18. Okay, so over here, square base again. Okay, the new thing here is now they bring in an angle. So when bringing angle instead of the usual Pythagoras theorem. Okay, Pythagoras theorem, I said before, it relates three sides together. Okay, whereas for trigo, it relates two sides with one angle. In this case, there's an angle that comes in, so trigo is likely to be involved. Okay, so over here, let's take a look. The center is 0. Center is O. Okay, M is the midpoint of BC. Okay, then this angle is 70. So they ask you to find the length of its slant height, VM. So VM is the slant. Take note, by now you should know, VM is a slant height. VC is called a slant edge. Okay, so if it's at the edge of the pyramid, you call it a slant edge. Okay, so they ask you to find the length of this. You know this is 70. Okay, you know that OM is 3. Okay, since this is a right pyramid, so you know 3, you know 70, you want to find VM. So this will be adjacent and hypotenuse, which is cosine. So cosine 70 will be equals to OM over VM. Oh, yep. Okay, so I said cosine 70, OM is 3, cos 6 divided by 2 is 3 over VM. Yeah, all you need to do is just do some rearrangement. Okay, VM to the other side, cosine 70 down, so VM is 3 over cosine 70. Okay, about 8.77 cm. Okay, so you need more significant figures. You don't want to use the full thing. Okay, then make sure you have at least 5. Okay, don't use 4. Okay, so now once you know your VM, okay, we are able to find the total surface area. Base area 6 times 6. Lateral surfaces, all 4 are the same. So I just need to do for one of them, then I times 4. So I know the slant height. I know this 6. I can find the area here. Oh. Okay, sorry. I moved too fast to surface area. I found slant height. I missed out this part. They're also asking for slant edge. So slant edge is this, the VC, the edge. Okay, so to find VC, okay, for this one, it will be slightly less straightforward, okay, than all the previous one you did. Okay, VC, there's another triangle, VOC, there's also a right angle triangle. Okay, let's see whether they use the same approach. Yep, seems like they use the same approach of VC. okay, where VC square equals to VM square plus MC square. So VC square, MC square. Okay. So yes, okay, they use this as my triangle. Okay, maybe I draw it out also. Okay, so you have difficulty viewing this, okay, trying to imagine. We are doing this type of question, then you draw it out. Okay, let the drawing help you, okay, to better visualize. Okay, so V, M, B, C. Okay, you already found VM, which is your slant height. Okay, then you want to find your slant edge VC. MC, okay, you already know this will just be 3. Okay, because 6 divided by 2, so this should be 3. Okay, then with that you can find VC. Okay, because VM you already just found. Okay, so VM with what you have just found, 8.771, bring down square, okay, plus 3 square, and you get this. Okay, so the slant edge will be 9.27 cm. Let's check the answer. Okay, I will still repeat again. Make sure you have your Pythagoras theorem, your plus, minus, and reject the negative. Okay, then you move on to B. Just now I said total surface area. So total surface area is just base area. In this case, since this is a square, just be 6 square plus the lateral faces. In this case, the square pyramid means all 4 lateral faces have the same surface area. Okay, so you just need to find on one side. Okay, then you just times 4. So to find one side, you can make use of this side, half times base times height. So half times Vn times BC. Okay, so base 6 times 6, 4 triangles, half times base of 6 times 8.771. Okay, volume, volume even easier. So vertical height and the base area. Okay, but I think not as easy because you need to find time to find the vertical height. Okay, so just now we found what is VM using, we know OM is 3. We want to find VM, it was adjacent and hypotenuse. So we use cosine. Now to find VO, I know this is 3. I want to find VO. This will be opposite and adjacent. Okay. Yeah, that's how I get a tangent. So tangent is opposite over adjacent. So the opposite is VO. Adjacent is just 3 since we have half the 6. Okay, key into your calculator. VO is about this. So now you have your vertical height. You can find a volume of pyramid 1/3 base area times height. Base area is 6 times 6. Height is 8.242. So 1/3 base area times height. Key into calculator and get the volume. That's all. Okay, if not, that's all for checking your homework answers. Okay, you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, that's all. Thank you.